Hello everyone, welcome back to Crow's Whisper Tarot. Today we're going to be looking at your spirit council and finding out any other information that your spirit council wants you to know. And let's dive into the reading. All right, here are the piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4 and pile 5. Take your time selecting your piles and we'll hop into the reading. Hello pile 1, you guys picked out the amethyst crystal, so let's have a look at your spirit council. So, your spirit council, we have the Knight of Cups. So, I have a feeling that your spirit council is related to one of your past ancestors, and more specifically, one of the past lovers you had in a past life, and they're coming in to be your spirit council. So that is very interesting. We also have the Three of Swords reversed. Their goal as part of your spirit council is to give you opportunities where you can really build on your resilience and your ability to move past setbacks and challenges, and do it in a way that is so flawless that they can't even think to describe how well you can sort of move past these setbacks. And their goal is really to make you more powerful and more self-aware, and give you like that encouragement and sort of inner voice and help out with that from that aspect as well. We also have the Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. So again, they really want to guide you towards focusing more on yourself, focusing more on your ability to, put yourself out there, learn more about yourself, not sort of do things that are seemingly easy. So with a swan, even if they're gracefully moving along the water, their legs are doing so much work to get them there. And from an outside perspective, you can't really see that, and you see the effortlessness that the movement has. And so that's pretty much what your guides are trying to put through for you, is letting you simply be yourself to a degree that others can't see your hard work. They see the end result, which is perfection. So that's really nice to see. And also part of your spirit council, for some of you, they could be angels, they could be other spiritual beings that you feel really connected with, and you probably already sense anyway, seeing as you picked this pile, especially with the amethyst. So I think more than anything, your guides are more, the only thing I'm getting is that they're so proud of you for everything that you have done so far to get you where you are. And the biggest, Death is just one character I play. My real name is Change. And they definitely see you as someone who is so multifaceted, and your growth rate is so rapid to the point where they don't feel like they really need to assist you anymore at this stage. They feel like you're already on your own path, you already own, everything that you do. And so they don't feel like they really need to step in at any point in time. They're quite happy to let you be you and deal with things the way you want to. And they don't really have anything specifically that they feel like they need to step in for, or feel like they need to, intervene. They sort of are just letting you live your life and just sort of are there in the background on the journey just to, be a bit nosy, I guess, is more or less what they're doing. Any other information on their spirit council? Alright, so we have the Two of Rings reversed, and we also have the 10 of Rings. So I feel like your spirit council, again, potentially a past lover or someone that you had a really deep emotional bond with. And I think they are just not in a position to let go of you. They're not in a position to try and, move on from you into a new life for themselves. They're quite happy to watch you live out your life for a second time, and them just being in the background on the journey. And potentially with the spirit council, they might be, for some of you, reincarnating as one of a member of your family or a child or someone else that you're involved with simply because they want to continue being on this journey with you. And the way you might recognize them is seeing, or almost like having a tingling sensation through you, more specifically your left hand. And it sort of happens more so in the mornings when you're sort of like getting a cup of coffee or, having, some drink along with whatever you're having in the morning. You might start feeling that sort of sensation. It probably won't last very long, but that's just them sort of connecting back to you as well. So that is all the messages I have for you, Pile 1. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. You guys picked out the citrine crystal, and let's have a look at your spirit council. We start off with the 10 of Pentacles, and we also have the Knight of Swords. So your spirit council is definitely almost like, the feeling I get automatically is they're constantly sort of giving you messages, and it sort of gets overwhelming to the point where you don't know if it's your thoughts or if it's their messages. And I feel like partly because you're also someone who tends to have a lot of thoughts, sometimes overthink, and so you don't know if it's their messages or your own, but they're quite chatty. And most of them you have already met in the physical realm. So it could be, grandparents who've passed away. For some of you, it can be pets who've passed away as well. But that connection is so strong to the point where they're constantly wanting to see you sort of live out until you're old. And they constantly want to sort of try and subtly be involved, but they're quite involved, to be honest. They don't really want to leave you alone. They're quite happy to let you be. But I get more along the lines of they're someone who you had a lot of respect for in this lifetime, you felt really connected to. For some of you, they can also be someone who really helps to ground you. And so when you're sort of stressed out about something, you might sort of think of them like, oh, what would they do in this circumstance? Or, you might have a photo of them that you sort of look at and be almost having this like conversation in your mind of, oh, I wish you were here. I wish you would help me out with this. But actually they're listening to you, and you might actually notice that quite frequently. We also have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. So they're definitely on this journey with you because they want to see how much potential you can unfold in the process. And it's one of those things where they feel like you need to be seeing yourself in your best sense, especially with that, overthinking thing that I felt initially. They really want you to try things one at a time. They want you to try and calm your mind, and their role is essentially that, trying to recenter you, calm your mind. If you are stressed and overthinking things, they'll help you sort of redirect you as subtly as they can into the path where you're more calm, more settled, more sure of yourself. And what they want you to try and achieve is for you to live out your biggest potential, your biggest dreams, your biggest ambitions that you can think of. And their goal is really to make it happen in the physical. See it through, that you get what you want and you get the opportunities that you need at the time that you need them. They're quite certain that this will happen for you. They have no doubts in their mind of what you can achieve, and they're just there to help sort of give a much clearer guidance and indication at the time that you need it. And it's one of those things where it comes out of nowhere and you'll expect one thing, but you'll get something completely different. And that's pretty much what they're sort of thinking of, is for you to get the opportunities that you really, really desire. So we have the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Cups reversed. So as much as, you feel like life is getting away from you, that things are super chaotic and you can't really find your way, the reason things aren't working out isn't so much that you're incapable or you don't have enough life experience or work experience or whatever it is. It's more that they're wanting you to wait for the exact thing that you need in your life, and they're not willing for you to experience anything that is second best. So their guidance for you is purely so that you get exactly what you want, but the time in which things will happen will be slower because of that. So you might feel like you really want to change, aspects of your life. You might really want to meet your soulmate, and so, or find like some sort of emotional connection to someone, a new best friend, etc. And they're pretty much only going to focus on giving you the perfect friend or the perfect person, or in some cases the perfect, life for yourself. And so because they're only focused on the best of the best, they're focused on that 10 of Pentacles for you, they are not going to settle down for anything less for you. And so they're going to cut out any excess confusion that you're going to have. So usually with the Seven of Cups, it's all about dreaming up a storm, having, 10 different options and picking one, or 7, I should say. But their goal is for you to only have the best option and nothing but the best option. So they're working hard in the background trying to piece together whatever it is that you're feeling at the time and bring you out into the best possible option, which is very sweet. But I think they're aware that you're someone who is a little bit quicker in nature. So one thing at a time means that you will get one prize at a time. You won't get your life immediately put together. It's going to be a slower process because they're looking for the perfect opportunities for things to progress for you in your best interest. And so I definitely feel like your spirit council, because they have lived in this life with you, they're well aware of all your tendencies and your nature, your inspirations and things like that. So they're definitely hyper focused on making that a reality for you, which is very, very sweet. So group number 2, that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello group number 3, this is your reading. You picked out the celestite crystal. So let's have a look as to who is your spirit council. So there's 2 significant people who are part of your spirit council. We have the Fool And I see this as someone who you spent a lot of time with in your childhood, someone who brings out a lot of energy in you and almost like revitalizes you in some extent. And we also have the Chariot. So someone who you've actually had a very, I would say, some sort of past life connection with, someone who was very, very connected to seeing you grow and expand and seeing you achieve a lot. So we have one spirit council member, so to speak, who is very much interested in you enjoying life, having fun, being a bit reckless, doing things that you know typically you don't expect to do. And then you have the other person who is just about you going out, achieving, getting things done, a little more straightforward. And so that's quite interesting to see that you have, they're similar in some ways but very different in terms of their goals for you. We also have the Six of Rings reversed. Both your spirit council members are very much people who have been benefited by you in their past life. It definitely feels like these members have been from your past life, more specifically, who have come in this lifetime to help you, guide you towards where you want to go. But the reason they have chosen to help guide you is because they are so interested in paying you back for whatever deeds you have done for them in that past life. So it's because they're super grateful for you. They really want to give you everything you want and need. And it could be that they were, you know, people that you were caring for in that lifetime. So they now want you to, you know, live life to your best of your ability, be reckless, go do things, go out, because they don't want to confine you in any extent. And we also have life is a mystery with the bobcat spirit. So definitely they see you as having so much potential and they want you to experience that. They don't want you to go about this lifetime and feel like you need to control your desires or control your instincts and whatever that may be. They want you to really pursue what you want to pursue, not ask questions about yourself, not feel like you're not capable or there has to be some sort of restraint, because they feel like the only thing that you need to do is to literally run havoc and let yourself go, do what you need to do, and they're more than happy for you to do that. Because we also have, I used to live in fear, so I know the area well. It hasn't changed much. It is essentially that regardless of what lifetime you're in, you've already lived life. You know, you've gone through all the struggles in one lifetime. What's another lifetime more of going through whatever you want? Because in the end, the result will be the same. But at least in this lifetime, you can choose to really put yourself out there, do what you want to do, travel, see the world, experiment. And that is the best thing that you can do for yourself in this lifetime. And it doesn't seem like your council has any choice in whatever decisions you're making, because they purely want your decisions to be your own. Their only goal is to give you as many opportunities to see if you're interested in them, and they will present those to you all the time. And so their goal is very different, where you know, they're not trying to, you know, push you along a certain path or bring you into a certain situation, but they'll sort of leave breadcrumbs and see if you want to follow it. It's not going to be something that is super specific to what you want to do. Because with the Ace of Swords reversed, their opinion, their thoughts on the matter mean nothing. They purely want you to, you know, see if you want to take an opportunity that's offered to you. See if you want to, you know, do something different, or see if you want to change completely, and that's perfectly fine with them. It's all about you and giving you as many choices as possible where you're able to pick things apart, experiment, and move forward in whatever it is that you want to do. And they don't have any sort of issues with you ignoring that path and doing your own thing. They're more than happy and willing for you to get to those moments, because that's what's the most important thing for them, is for you to just be whatever it is and do whatever it is that you want to do, which is very, very sweet. So pile 3, that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Welcome pile 4 to your reading. You guys picked out the fluorite crystal. So let's have a look at your reading, starting off with the Ace of Wands and the Temperance card. So what I'm picking up on is, for some of you, you may connect really well with angels being one of your spirit guides, and more specifically, the angel Raphael may be more specific for you. And the other person who is part of your spirit council is actually a really young spirit. I'm not sure, for some of you, it could be a child that you had or connected well with. For others of you, it can be a potential sibling, is what I'm getting. But more or less, there's a childlike energy and an angel-like energy that is being here at this point in time, which is quite interesting. We also have the Five of Wands reversed. So there, as your spirit council, there's someone who really wants you to almost get back to a point of calm. It feels like a lot of chaos is being involved in your life, is the sense I'm getting, and it's getting to a point where you don't really feel like there's a time of calm for yourself. But more or less, your counsel is there so that you can really pursue things in a way that is calmer. We also have the Crow spirit with co-create with spirit. So definitely there's a strong sense of connection that they want you to find with your spirit council. They don't want you to try and put it off as nonsense or feel like things aren't really working out. If you have been seeing a lot of bird feathers, or even like feathers coming out of like pillows and things, if it's like one of those like duck down pillows, you might find that that is there because your spirit guides have something that they want to point out to you. They want you to feel empowered. They want you to feel calm. They want you to feel like you have everything under control. So even if you feel like, you're literally falling apart, you actually have all parts of yourself there and functioning. It's just a matter of being able to piece things together really, really easily. And that is probably the hardest part of the entire process, is being aware enough to see that you have everything under control and you have every aspect of your life working in your favor. So let's have a look about any other messages your spirit council has for you. So we have the High Priestess. So they definitely want you to try and connect to spirit and your guides a little bit closer. So it might mean for some of you it's lighting a candle at night, not throughout the night, but when you get home and you put on the candle, you leave it for an hour and then you can blow it out before you go to bed. And that's the vibe I'm getting, because they want you to connect well with spirit so that you can gain enough messages on how to move forward and how to believe and show your inner power and become more self-aware in those instances. because they're very much aware of all your hard work. They're aware of everything that you have been doing to try and get through the situations you have been in, but they want you to feel like essentially a superhero for whatever reason, and feel like you have a lot of things under your belt, you have a lot of control, and you have a lot of authority in your life. And it's important to see that and not feel like you're sort of floating in the middle of nowhere and you don't really have a path forward. But the truth is, you have all the weapons you need and all the protections you need to get through the situation that you're in. And don't need to feel like you have to convince yourself that, you know, this is how life is, because the reality is that you have every ounce of potential and every ounce of power to really get through this entire scenario that is going on. And they want you to feel like just because you don't hold things together doesn't mean that things are going to immediately fall apart. Because yes, you have control, you have the ability to really hold on to things and control things, but there are times when you need to let go and recenter and get back into that calm state. They don't want you to be on hyper alert all the time, that you have to do things or say things. It's about being able to simply let things go and being able to imagine life as a calm center for yourself. And that might mean meditating, that might mean connecting more to spirit, and whatever it is that you want to do to make that happen. But I believe the goal that they want for you the most, that they're working towards as your counsel, is more or less for you to feel like you have people behind you that support you, that are able to make you stronger in the background. So do acknowledge that they are there for you 100% of the time. So pile 4, that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello pile 5, lucky last. Let's get into your spirit council. We have the Justice card for your spirit council. Very interesting. We also have the 9 of Cups. So what I'm getting is your spirit council is very much almost like 100 spirits, to be fair. It feels like they're just like two sides of your family. You know what, I'm getting Mulan, where this ghosts sort of like align themselves on like the one, you know, one parent side of the family and then the other, and it's like 2 generations of spirits and they're like battling each other. It's fun. I feel like your spirit council is a lot of fun. They really like to consider all aspects of your life and are equally gossipy, which is very, very fun. But ultimately what they want is your own personal happiness and personal joy to be the priority among everything else that is going on. And it's quite interesting to see, because I feel like they have such high expectations for you, but they really want you to let go and take on every single opportunity that comes your way. We have the grasshopper spirit here with take a leap of faith, and we also have you never get there and you never stay here. So they want you to almost take a risk with everything, because unless you move forward, nothing's really going to change and nothing's going to benefit you. But they definitely feel like I'm getting like this arena of people that are just sort of watching on your life. It's quite interesting. But you know, they enjoy watching you sort of play out your life, enjoy watching all your dating scenarios. They'll enjoy watching all the chaos and they're more than happy to put their 2 cents in by giving you, you know, random bits of advice or information. And I feel like you almost hear it. Your parents will say, or like someone that you know that's a bit older than you will say something, and you're like, that sounds so specific, and I don't even know where you got that information from. That's never how you say things, like knowing their personality, but it's your spirit council that sort of instruct or like force upon the people around you to say certain things that they want you to take note of. So if you get these like super random bits of information that you're like, I don't even know, that's not something that you typically say. Like, for example, if your younger sibling says something so wise, you're like, what are you even doing? That's pretty much the vibe that I'm getting for your spirit council. They're very, very chaotic and specific, and they love to sort of butt into your life. But more so, this is so specific, more so at this point in time, they want you to meet someone. A lot of fun. They want you to meet someone. Very, very specifically, someone romantically involved that potentially could be a lifelong partner, and they want to really get into that information and see how far they can get you to pursue this. With the Queen of Wands reversed and the Four of Swords reversed, they want you to try and just let things open, being able to simply, you know, not try and hold yourself back in any instance. They want you to get going. They want you to not live in your nice bubble with what you already have. They want you to pursue something that is a lot deeper, and it requires you to move and go out and go on, you know, blind dates and bits and pieces. They really want you to force yourself into uncomfortable scenarios because it's good for you, which is quite interesting. Not sure if some of you are introverts, but that is very much the line that they're going for at this point in time, and they're not going to stop anytime soon. They are very, very keen to witness your romantic happiness in all things, which is quite intriguing. And it doesn't seem like they're going to let up anytime soon. So if you do see like random flower petals or like flowers on like flower petals leading around somewhere, or it looks like it's been like trailed around, that would be them. They're quite keen to have little flowers or like a line of flowers that somehow bloom, like you're walking along, you know, a park and the grass has like these random bunch of like flowers or like even daffodils that start to bloom, but they look like they're placed in like a line that's leading somewhere. That would be them. So you might want to, you know, try and follow it. You never know what will end up happening, but that's more or less what their goal is at this stage for you. And what I'm getting more so is they really want you to experiment and move forward, because their ultimate goal will always be you being your happiest self in everything that comes your way. And I don't know, maybe this could be a romantic relationship, or if not, it might end up being a really nice business venture. You never know unless you follow that path. And they are just overly keen for you to move it along. So, pile 5, that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.